இன்னைக்கு பாரத்ல போதியா இன்னைக்கு பாரத்ல போகுது. ஆமா இன்னைக்கு மாறிடுச்சு. ஓகே ஓகே.
Good morning, parents. Okay, I can understand this again. Okay, so good morning again.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, children. Good morning, teachers, and good morning to our online audience. Thank you so much for assembling here this morning. It's been wonderful 6 shows of solo. We started off last Friday. We had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, this Friday, Saturday. Fantastic shows by children. That leads me to a phrase. It says, attention is expression. Any guesses what it could be? Attention leads to expression. Attention is expression. Attention leads to expression. Any idea?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah. Being in the moment. So to be in the moment, there's something very beautiful, which was written, thank you so much, sir, which was written hundreds of years back in the Nati Shastra. They had written it for dancers, but very well applicable to all of us today. They say, Yato hasta tato drishti, Yato drishti tato mana, Yato mana tato bhava, Yato bhava tato rasa. Which means where your hand moves as a dancer, your sight goes there. Where the sight goes, that's where the mind is. Where the mind is, And what the mind is capturing is what is the emotion that is there in us. And what the emotion is what we express. So what we see is what we capture. What we capture is our emotion. What is our emotion is our expression. Now, why are we talking of this today? Because I want to thank you all very shortly for something wonderful that you have done. What is Yato Hasta in today's world? Hasta is hand. Exactly. Cell phone, laptop, tab, remote. These are the four major things in our hands. Both adults and children are equally engaged with this. Now, what happens is what we see is what is there in the mind. What is there in the mind is an emotion, and that's an expression. Now, because these are the devices in the hand constantly, we are not able to live without them. We are continuously caught and also with work from home and online assignments for children and things. The digital space has just taken over. The latest Instagram update says if you want to advertise on Instagram, the video should be not more than 10 seconds. 10 seconds, you will get good audience engagement. If it's more than 10 seconds, the possibility is they'll roll it off. Unless there is something very sensitive to hold them there, something politicized, something about a celebrity or something about a fan. If you're a fan and you're watching something, then you engage yourself. Otherwise, it's 10 seconds. Remote also is as dangerous as there have been so many options. They start watching something to the extent that today feature films which we used to watch in theaters, now we watch on OTT and we watch them like web series today. The feature film is watched like a web series. We start a film today, we finish it in 1 week's time. I also give this analogy of the songs meter length. 1970s, 80s, if you look at the film songs, they were all around 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. So many lines written. You'll have a double Anupallavi, a double Charanam, all that. Then by the 2000s, it became 5.5 minutes, but still had a structure. Today, it is 2.5, 3 minutes. And two lines repeated 200 times. That becomes the song today. That's where the attention span is. People are not able to focus beyond that. And there's a research that's just been published recently from the University of Sun City. A professor has been working on this topic for over a decade, and he's publishing his results of his work now, where he says because of the excessive screen presence for children and adults, the white matter in the brain is getting reduced, which is highly startling. So when white matter in the brain depletes, cognition depletes, focus depletes, language proficiency depletes, calculation depletes, body balance depletes, the chances of people getting into depression is faster. Now you can consider why there are so many counselors around today, why people are so depressed today around us, why children need a lot of counseling today in most schools and most colleges. You can start connecting. So why I wanted to thank you was Alchemy's philosophy has been to slow down, observe, reflect, evolve, and present. So when we announced the grand rehearsal for 2 hour slots, thank you all. You all cooperated and let your children be here for 2 hours. Though their presentation was only for 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 2 hours there. Why can't they finish and leave? When we requested, it's a very important thought, very thoughtfully curated exercise which we do every year. Because when children sit here for 2 years, there's no gadgets, nothing, no disturbance. The whole place blacks out, there's lights on the stage, they're sitting and watching everybody. Mind slows down. It's not racing. Mind is slowing down. And ours is always a heterogeneous group of performers. You'll have one from grade 1 junior, you'll have one from youth theatre, one from advanced level, one from grade 3, various levels. So performances are also varying. The quality of performance, the quality of engaging an audience is varying in the children are watching all this. And that is the result when I started by telling we had fantabulous 6 shows is a result of not just the classroom. Classroom got them ready. The grand rehearsal got them to observe and evolve and start applying. We had a couple of children who forgot lines on stage during these 6 shows. But what happened? They forgot, they stood, they recollected, they started performing. That is the beauty. You fall, are you able to get up? And not standing there and getting frozen. So the process is so very important. It's just not the skill of performing. The process. Will I be able to, recollect myself and come back and deliver? And the children did that. All young ones. They forgot, they stood, they froze, they tried telling the line, and then they came back with a lot of energy. Now that is what is making them unleash. So which is why I always advocate to parents. It is not about how many lines they are performing. It is about the process they are going through. So which is why the rehearsals are so very important. Grand rehearsals are very important. These are leading them to application. And when we say holistic development, this is holistic development. How they are watching, how they are engaging. And today we have Sahitra on sound and light from the Alchemy Youth Theatre. Thank you, Sahitra. We can give her a round of applause. This is the learning at Alchemy. They would have been children when a few years back their seniors were handling light and sound, and today this youth theatre is handling. They are writing these scripts, the advanced level and youth theatre. They will be coming down to direct. For next week, we'll start off the group drama. They will be coming down to direct. They have been directed, now they are directing. Your children are, being directed. Tomorrow they become directors. So the cycle continues. So this is the holistic development here. And when I said I wanted to thank you for believing in the process and philosophy of alchemy and letting it flow the way it has to flow. Thank you all so much for your cooperation. Okay, we're going to do one more small exercise now. I'm going to be counting numbers and you'll clap your hands so many times. Yeah. So we clap 3 times. We clap once. We clap 4 times. Okay, this is how we clap. So keep clapping and children for 5. Okay. Because many times what happens is after 10, 15 children, everybody is just sitting like that, and only the children are clapping. So your excitement is also requested. And clapping of hands also activates the brain. I'm sure you'd have all read that. So you can also activate your brain and be sharp. Now, a couple of small requests before we start off this wonderful morning of performances. We have a videographer and photographer doing their job. And this is an immersive performing space, not like a lab audience. The advantage of an immersive performing space is you get to watch performances up and close. That's how Black Box Studios operate across the world. One thing that we need to be careful is we can't get up and walk too many times, unlike other audiences. So you will only get up and walk. I request you to get up and walk only when there's a blackout, because we are recording all the videos and we'll be sharing it with the parents, the photos and the videos. Because if there's a performance going on and you get up in between, you're going to come in way between the camera and the child, and some moment of that child will get lost. So we request your humble cooperation at that. And also, going back to Yato Hasta, the Hasta has mobiles on hand. So Sunday morning, switch them off. Switch them off. Let's enjoy the morning. If there's an emergency or if you're expecting some message to be coming in, definitely silent mode. If you have the privilege, and if you're gifted souls, switch them, turn them off. Let's get liberated from them and be ourselves. And we have a wonderful set of anchors and children waiting to set the stage on fire this morning. All the best to all of us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to our respected dignitaries, teachers,
parents, and my dear students, as we head to another day of wonderful performances by our dear friends from the RDR and KK and Ananagar sectors. I am Austin, your first anchor, and yes, you are going to be seeing me. I love to talk, so I think the teachers have given me just the right job. Okay, enough of me for now, I guess. Sit back, relax, and enjoy these beautiful performances. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to everyone here. We begin with with a performance that's fun and quirky. Let's call on stage Vaibhav Hariprasad from level AS Adia to perform the monologue Life of a Spectacle, which has been written by him. Over to you, Vaibhav.
Good morning to one and all present here. My name is Vaibhav Hariprasad, and today I'm going to be performing the monologue Life of Spectacles written by me. Hey, get out! Nobody cares about me nowadays. But I'm a pair of spectacles. Most kids who use me just throw me around, break me, get me hit by footballs and cricket balls. And in some cases, I even fall into people's food, soiling me. Only very few people treat me the way I'm supposed to be treated. Uh, When I enter someone's house for the first time, I feel excited and think I'm gonna have a marvelous journey ahead. But turns out it's just even more torture than sitting in the shop waiting for someone to buy me at last. Coming with all this flashy technology and all is a whole different ball game altogether. A few months after entering a new house, I get stolen, misplaced, and things I don't even want to think about. And guess what the owners do? They just leave me behind and go buy themselves another pair immediately. When parents are shopping for glasses for their kids, I feel very lucky to be manufacturing all different colors and designs. But the moment I leave the shop, I wish I was a normal 100 rupee pair of spectacles instead of all this 3000 rupee Spider-Man glasses and 50,000 rupee Meta glasses and all that nonsense that gets stolen in a jiffy. I also come with this weird flexible type, which I wish they will stop making so that I don't get bent over backwards just because I'm flexible. It still hurts like crazy, Going to get serviced. Oh my god, another nightmare. Half the people who have claimed to be trained in this field just take me away to some horrible service and charge an arm and a leg for it. And it gives me a very premature ending to this roller coaster ride, which I would be quite grateful for. Really, but it's so painful. My message to you all is to treat not only your glasses with respect, but all your non-living objects with respect.
That was outstanding, Vaibhav. Next, we move on to a performance that requires immense emotional depth. From grade 2 senior, please welcome Kia Harish. She will be exploring her performance of Draupadi's monologue.
Name is Kim. And today, Draupadi is going to after the game of dice by Parthivarin. Look at me, all of you, great kings, wise elders, famous heroes. You sit there with your heads bowed, clinging to your rules and your laws, while the honor of this kingdom is trampled to the dust. You, Bhishma, the wisest of wise, is your silence your only answer? And you, my husband, the mighty Pandavas, where are your bows now? Where is the strength you used to win my hand? I am the daughter of fire. I was born from the holy flames of Yagna. I was not born to be a pawn in the game of dice. I am not a piece of land to be lost. I am not is a symbol of your shame. I make a vow today, a vow that will shake the foundations of Hastinapur. I will not tie this hair until it has been washed in the blood of those who tried to humiliate. You talk of peace? There can be no peace where there is no justice. The winds are changing. Can you feel it? It carries the scent of a storm that will wipe away all of this corruption. I am not just a woman seeking revenge. I am the voice of every woman who has ever been ignored. Mark my words, the war is coming, and it will be my hair that will lead the way. Thank you.
Truly epic performance here. You use your vocal range beautifully to command the stage. From the fire of a queen, we move on to the playful innocence of a child. From grade 2 junior Arya, here is Hiya Mehta sharing the story of Yashoda tying up Krishna.
Good morning. My name is Sia. I'm going to perform a story. Yashoda ties Krishna. Little Krishna, ever full of playful energy, stole butter and scampered around the house, making it impossible for Yashoda to keep up with her chores. One day, catching him red-handed, she resolved to stop his pranks once and for all. Yashoda grabbed a rope and tried to tie Krishna to a tree. But the rope was too short. Resourceful, she instead tied him to a large motor, hoping his weight would keep him still. A little Krishna, from divine play, pulled the motor behind him. He made his way to two closely knitted trees, and the pressure from the heavy motor caused the trees to crack and fall. Everyone's astonishment. The fallen tree transformed into Muna Kavera and Manigriva, son of Kubera, liberated by the curse by Krishna's emotional strength. They paid homage to the divine God and returned to the celestial abode. Thank you.
Wonderful use of the stage here. You made us feel the space between the mother and her mischievous son. Next, we have the rarest treat, theater, the actor playwright. From 11 AS Adyar, let's welcome Advait Pierre, performing a monologue written by himself.
Well, I'm a humble dustbin, burdened by the weight of humanity's excess. The ultimate foodie graveyard. Graveyard for pizzas, party for rats, and the smell, yup, like a leftover meat that won't die. You all know why I'm grumpy. Food waste. Half-eaten samosas, ghost idlis, biryani zombies. People throw food like it grows on trees. But that's not all. I also get plastic cutlery, broken toys, old shoes, socks. Like, what's the plan? Behold, the ultimate trash cocktail. Wet waste, dry waste, and e-waste. All mixed like a bad smoothie. But there's the catch. Segregation is the key. Bio waste to compost, Plastics to recycle, and EVs to not my problem. Let me spin you a tale that once unfolded in a city that chose ignorance over wisdom. The city refused to segregate their waste. The dustbins were overflowed, turning them into choked, polluted the veins of the earth. The air grew toxic, poisoning every breath. The whole place sank in suffocating mist. But like a thunderclap, the people rose. They gathered, they learned, they decided to segregate their waste, sorting their refuse into wet, dry, and hazardous piles with meticulous care. With that simple though powerful act, they breathed new life into the city. The city transformed into lush green paradise, and even the humble dustbins, once overflowing with neglect, now stood proud and happy. And surprisingly, even the rats found joy in the cleanest place. Now I turn to you and ask, what is your story? Are you a maker, the one who crafts changes and takes responsibilities? Or are you a waste taker, the one who lets things rot and decay? The choice is in your hands. Finish your plate or share it, but do it like a pro. Segregate every scrap into wet, dry, hazardous waste. Or let it be nothing but neglect. And now, if you'll indulge me, I need a lifetime break, a guiding mantra to waste less, live more. Remember, every action you take either adds to the pollution or cleans the world. Choose to be the maker who turns dustbins into symbols of hope and who even teaches the rats that cleanliness brings happiness. Every action ripples out. Be the spark that ignites a cleaner world. Message sent. And now, if you'll excuse me, I need a bit time now. But remember, waste less, live more. Thank you.
Hearing your own voice is the greatest level achievement in level of. Great job, Advait. Now time to dive into the fun genre. From grade 3 junior Adayar, Yalini Nirmal takes the stage as the curious Alice from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Adventurous Wonderland. Oh dear, what a funny I am. I fell out of the big rabbit hole. A wild chasing a wild rabbit who wore a coat and shiny watch. I fell and went tip and landed in the long hallway with a many rooms. Somewhere tiny like dolls and somewhere large like giants. I ran from a small forest and became very tall. I had a small kid and became teeny tiny like a mouse. A vanilla such a stage place, a cat and a mushroom, and of sticky a shasha cat is split. But it's my steady air of sweetness, all because but it's very sketchy. But I told myself, must be brave. I will look around and ask questions and not be unfair. Because no matter what system I am, big or small, I am Alice and I am find my way home even in Wonderland. Thank you.
Thank you, Yalini. Your sense of wonder was contagious. Get ready for a clash of eras and a test of comedic timing. From grade 2 senior Adaya, Ludvika J presents a unique mono act, Arya Bhatta versus Arya Bhatt.
equal to 10. Sounds unhappy, never heard of give up. You sounds are unhappy, but whenever I'm not that happy. You know why? Because we learn differently in Bollywood. For you, there are three states: solid, liquid, and gas. But for me, there are only two states. That's my rule for you. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. But for me, sometimes 2 plus 2 is 5 and 1 and 1 is 11. 1 and 1 is 11? Oh no. Do you think my acting is awesome? But really, I can't accept you as a mathematical genius. Hence, the student of the year cannot be the student of math, but the student of acting. Good drawing you. Bye. Thank you.
Brilliant character switching, Rutika. Your character breaks it down. We head the dark from grade 1 junior Adya. JWJ performs a very unique piece. The rings born from Rumpelstiltskin.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaydev. I am going to perform Ring Monologue. I was happy with Minna's daughter. He treated me well and polished all on everything. But King Capital, her prince drawing to cold. That's when the real problem started. She was taken to a small room full of dust and was told to sleep by morning or die. The miller's daughter began to cry. I felt very sorry for her. Then a little man appeared from the moment. I saw him, but I didn't like it. Anyway, he took a necklace. The necklace was one of my best friends. I'm pretty sure of that they were taken without consent. We have feelings too. I never saw the necklace again. I still miss that. Then the boy
Spring of Jade. Fables are the foundation of storytelling. From grade 1 senior Adya, Harshit CK brings the story of the snake and the farm.
Hello everyone, my name is Arshit and today I am going to perform the story The Snake and the Farmer. A farmer named Madhu once saw a snake trapped beneath a fallen log. Though he was frightened, he gently freed it. Instead of attacking him, the snake slid to a corner of his mouth. Madhu, who was kind-hearted, began leaving a saucer of milk every day for the snake. In return, the snake left Madhu a small gold coin each morning. Madhu's life slowly improved. His heart grew steadier. His fields prospered. His wives made more. But one day, Madhu wondered, the snake can give one coin. What if I possibly give more? Madness blinded him. He struck the snake with a stick. Wounded, Betrayed and furious, the snake instead vanished into the forest. The next day, no gold coin, nor the next, nor ever again. Months later, Marble saw the snake again. Realizing his mistake, he fell to his knees and apologized. Forgive me. Snake spoke softly. I wanted to reward kindness, but your greed turned it into pain. Trust, once broken, rarely returns. And thus saying, the snake is free forever. Thank you.
Yes, dream never gets you up in life. Thank you for it. Wonderland is so big, we have to visit it twice. From grade 2 senior Adiyar, please welcome Anha Vikram with another monologue from Alice in Wonderland.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Anna, and I will be performing Alice's monologue from Alice in Wonderland. Why? How impolite of him! I asked him a civil question, and he pretended not to hear me. That's not at all nice. I say, Mr. White Rabbit, where are you going? He won't answer me, and I do so want to know what he is late for. I wonder if I might follow him. Why not? There is no rule that I may go where I please. I I will follow him. Wait for me, Mr. White Rabbit, I'm coming too. Furious. I never realized that rabbit holes were so dark and so long and so empty. I believe I have been falling for 5 minutes and I still can't see the bottom. After such a fall like this, I should think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll all think me at home. Why? I think I fell off the top of the house. I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. I wonder if I shall fall right through the earth. How funny that would be. Hmm. I think I see the bottom. Yes, I'm sure I see the bottom. Oh, I should hit the bottom. It is very hard. And oh, how it will hurt. Thank you.
Wonderful energy, Arfa. You captured the dreamlike quality of the character perfectly. What happens when the wild meets the home? From grade 1 junior Adiyar, Anushri Vijay Kumar is here to tell us the story of the wild pet.
No, since it was just a baby, but the soul full of room itself. It was risky to have one as a pet. Was his teacher told him, my son, it is kind of you to take care of smaller as that man. Now, I grown up and strong man with good furniture. I will advise you to leave on phone. Since we said of waters, the elephant understands the world. So, he will talk to sky nature and he will cover and at any moment. But the star from the and never began, and as the was seized with frenzy, a star from the only one was present in the forest. In the feat of madness, elephant him, teaching a common life lesson that even kindness is wisdom. Thank you.
Well done, Tanushree. Our next performance deals with the supernatural. From grade 1 senior Adia, let's cheer on for Ritvik as he performs The Boy Who Fought a Ghost. Let me get away before one bounces on.
Oh, a story called Spartacus. In a desert village, young boy named Kalu who lived with his lord mother was small. He was fearless, flying tallest dunes, his camels, and exploring. One evening, he just gathered urgency. The whole village haunted. No one screams at night. No one dared to fetch water after the sunset. But Kalu said, Starlight, I will see it myself. That I'm glad to tell them. And a pain so recovered. Ooh, little my treasure. And Kalu peered into the well and burst into laughter. Ha 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 ha! Inside the well sat an old man, stuck on a sledge, wrapped in a sheet. Ghost, you? Kalu chuckled. The man confessed that he was a thief, but fallen into the well while hiding the stolen jewels. Kalu threw on the rope and pulled the man out. But instead of thanking him, the thief flung towards the man. You know my secret? I cannot let it go. Kalu quickly got the man's treasure and ran towards the ring. But the thief chasing him violently shouting. Villagers went to see Kalu. Standing with swords and guns chasing. Realizing the truth, villagers hunted the thief, Naga. The chief declared that the war saved us all. Fear is the goal. We need courage to chase it away. From then on, Kalu becomes the bravest hero of the nation. Thank you.
Ah, poor Ritvik. Thankfully, it wasn't a real one. We now have a rather unusual personality coming to the stage. He is someone who I think accepts himself as who he is. And it is something that we should all learn from him. So, without further ado, let's welcome Shiv Adarsh from grade 1 junior Adia to the stage to perform as Shrek.
Hi everyone, my name is Matish. I'm going to perform Shake Rololo. Once upon a time, there was a little ogre named Shake. That is me. They lived with my parents in a big, smelly bog next to a giant twisty tree. It was a pretty nasty place, full of mud and mosquitoes and lot of bubbling green slimes. I loved it and I was happy. On my seventh birthday, my parents said, Son, when you're seven, it's time for you to leave. Go, shoo, get out of here. Ah, it's sad, very sad to be sent out on your birthday, but August are used to the hardships and the indignities. We don't need hugs, we need mud. And so I went on my way. It was a big, long journey. I passed little towns and sparkling clean fields. You want to look for the perfect home. Then guess what I found? I found a perfectly rancid swamp far away from those noisy, clean people and their bright, happy villagers. My swamp is the best. I got the best rock and the best slimy moss, and it's mine, all mine. And whenever a mob of silly village came along to attack me with their torches and their pitchforks, I knew exactly what to do. I'm an ogre. I don't need to fight with them. I just need to be out. Roar! Thank you.
That heartwarming. Who knew an animated green ogre could bring back such warm and fuzzy memories inside all of us? Next up, we have from grade 1 senior Ayar, Diya Mahendra Babu, here to entertain us with an old folk tale, The Tiger and the Man.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dia, and today I'm going to be performing the story of the tiger and the man. On a warm afternoon, a gentle and poor man walked through the forest after offering prayers at a nearby village. As he passed a clearing, he heard desperate growling. A tiger was trapped in a heavy wooden seat, facing angrily inside. Sir, cried the tiger, "Speak. Himself for days without food or water, breathing himself for every meal." The man hesitated. "If I release you, you won't harm me, will you?" "Oh no," said the tiger with exaggerated innocence. "My hunger has taught me compassion. I swear it on this forest." Believing in kindness, the man lifted the latch. The door creaked open. Instantly, the tiger sprang out, stretched, and growled. "Now," said the tiger, licking his lips, "I'm starving, and you seem like a convenient meal." The man gasped. The tiger shrugged. "Promises mean little when hunger bites deeper." They both argued. So the tiger suggested, "Let us ask others if this is fair." They first approached a large bamboo tree. The tree said sadly, "Humans cut off branches for firewood, build homes from our trunks. Kindness from humans? I have seen none. Tiger, do as you will." Next, they asked a tired buffalo grazing vines. "Women take our milk, our strength, and when we grow old, they abandon us. I owe humans no justice." Even the dusty road complained. "They trample me endlessly. Why should I defend the man?" The man's heart sank. Just then, they met a clever jackal trotting by. "Please help me," the man pleaded. The jackal tilted his head. "Tiger eating a man? How did this all happen?" The tiger huffed impatiently. "This foolish man freed me from that cage, and now he whines because I want to eat him." The jackal's eyes widened up. "A huge tiger can fit into such a tiny cage? Impossible!" "It's true," the tiger snapped. "Show me," said the jackal. Annoyed, the tiger stalked back and squeezed himself inside. "See, this is how." The jackal slammed the door shut. "See, and this is why. Won't you eat?" once rescuer. The man fell at the jackal's feet, but the jackal simply said, "Kindness must be paired with wisdom. Never offer help without thinking of the consequences." And the jackal trotted away, proud of his cleverness. Thank you.
me thought inspiring. It was interesting to see humans' perspective of a fellow apex predator and how terrifying, cruel humans seem to a wild animal. At the same time, how even kindness should be measured. Up next, however, we have a very interesting show by Madhav Sanchi, a one-man rendition of the Mahabharata.
People seen that then the Mahabharata and a boy of 12, seven, a man. He was still wearing a muddy loincloth. His feet were wet and dirty. He sat on the ground thoughtfully and signaled the boy towards him. The boy approached, fearful. The man asked, "Do you know how to write?" "I have composed a great poem. I've composed it all, but nothing is written. I need someone to write down what I know." "What's your name?" "Vyasa." "What's your poem about?" "It's about you." "Me?" "Yes, you. It is a story of how your ancestors grew up, how they lived. It is the political history of mankind. And if you listen carefully, you will be a different person altogether. For it is as pure as glass, but yet nothing is omitted. It washes away faults, sharpens the brain, gives long life. Who's that? Ganesha, welcome. You're really Ganesha? Rumor has that you're looking for a scribe for the political history of mankind. I'm at your side. Or really Ganesha? In person. Why? Why do you have an elephant? Don't know. Well, I tell my story will never. Please. Alright. I am the son of Parvati, the wife of the god Shiva. The wife of the great god Shiva himself. But Shiva is not my father. My mother didn't alone. How did she manage? It is not easy. But when I just arrived in this world, I was already a fine, sturdy boy, just around your age. My mother had told me to let me guard the house and let no one in. She wanted to take a bath. An instant later, Shiva stood right in front of me. He wanted to come inside his house. He had not known me while I was just born. So he said, "Out of my way. This is my house." I replied, "My mother told me to let no one in. So I'm letting no one in." Shiva was furious. He called up his most ferocious warriors to try and flush me out. He sent them flying. My voice was superhuman. I blazed, I glittered, I exploded. Horde after horde of demons withdrew in shame. With only one option left, cunning. Shiva slipped behind my head and slipped behind me and chopped off my head. Mother's anger knew no limits. She threatened to destroy all powers of the heaven and smash the sky into tiny splinters. To calm her down, ordered his men to bring a head, and the first creature they encountered was an elephant. So here we are. I am Ganesha, the leader of them. You may begin, but I must warn you. When I start writing, my hand does not stop. You must dictate from a single pause. Fine, but you must understand the sense of what I'm saying. We can count on him. Are we expecting anyone? No. So, well, this is a bit about the beginning. That is, we don't know how to start. Any suggestion? Sure. Since you claim to be the author of the poem, how about start it yourself?
That was truly amazing. Next up, we have another interesting piece of mythology presented by Diya Gopalakrishnan from Grade 1 Senior Adia, the Blessed Cow of Plenty.
Now, a magical cow never no matter the cow never just got caught chicken everyone. A woman and family and for her. They had a visit from 16 children who had to cook out my parents. When we expect me and have endless riches and blues. The villagers begged not to force her away, but the king dragged nothing to his boat. When the soldiers tried to pick her, the king came out. The king shouted, "Obey me!" And then he lifted her head and stamped her foot upon the ground. Boom! The earth trembled. From the hurricane, thousands of magical cows thundered into the palace. The sky filled with dust, and the soldiers ran for cover. King hid beneath his golden throne. The cows surrounded the king cried, "Forgive me, I'll never steal generosity again." And in a flash, all the cows vanished except Anjali. She walked calmly back to the poor family, and the family lived happily and finished business to all and
It was incredibly informative. Before this, I didn't even know who Nandi was. Now we have a classic piece coming up, a monologue from Peter Pan, performed by Krishna Kandepal, Grade 1 Studio.
my name is and yes, when I know that they are so small, can you put up Europe, they are even more than that. They are really all there now. So that the first laugh for the first time because the way of and that laugh broke into the thousand families. They all falling over the awning of Paris. They say things like a past are not real. I don't believe it. Or sometimes mobile just get very tired. I don't have time. You.
Now that this segment of anchoring is finished, please raise your hands for the new MC, Keshav Agundishwar.
Everyone, my name is Keshav. I'll be anchoring the program from here onwards. Please sit back, relax, and keep your hands ready for class. That last performance felt truly magical and just a little bit heartbreaking too. Next up, we have a small segment from another classic bedtime story. I'm all love for the Princess and the Pea, performed by Suchitra Alva. Good morning, God. The cloud and they flowed so fast. I think it all started when I was present. I never please stuck up my nose right here. Then the third person. I thought I would have all in my nose. Then I was listening to all my visits to the sensible things. They found all the things happened. All the things said to her. No one let a pin out of my nose. Then second, these things all about feet. Let's now hear a story of someone who eats it. Guesses? No worries. I shall do it. It's about a ghost. Let's call me and Namashivayam on the stage to narrate the story.
But my name is and today I'm going to perform a story called The Clever Girl. On the edge of a sunny village, there is a tiny white girl named Judy. She was gentle, shy, and so easily frightened that she could not flutter of a butterfly made her jump. One sunset, he proud of the village outskirts. They spotted Judy deeply cries. Look, a perfect little sleep. Which had a perfect good body. Judy had sharp ears. She froze. She me, her small heart pounded widely. She looked around. No villagers, no shepherds, no hope. But then a strange courage rose inside her. Judy climbed onto a rock and puffed out her little chest and lowered her voice as much as possible. Who can scare me? She thundered. Her voice echoed like a roar. The thief stopped dead. Who said that? Maybe it's a tiger. But it looked like a goat. Maybe the tiger's disguise. Judy continued. I, the tiger of this hill, will crush anyone who approaches. One thief squealed. I didn't sign up for fighting tigers. This another crossed his own path. The third tripped over his own feet. In sheer panic, they ran, screaming into the night, never looking back. When the last of the footsteps faded, Judy trembled. She wasn't sure whether to laugh or faint. A tiger! Me? She giggled, nibbling grass proudly. And so the villagers found her the next morning, standing like a queen on her rock, and proved that sometimes a courage is louder than fear, and a tiny girl can roar like a mighty tiger. Thank you. More than being clever, it is the faith that we have in ourselves that makes us clever or a fool. Thank you, Neil. That was an awesome performance. Talking of faith, up next we have a tale of devotion and belief. Prahlad's faith in God by Shivansh Khandelwal. The stage is yours. Last, the last was the king and believe there is a God. There is no other God than Him. But there are gods devoted and follower of God Vishnu and continuously pray to Him. Despite getting repeated warnings from his father, Hiranyaksha did not like Lord Vishnu because later he had killed Hiranyaksha and swore devotion and attempted his revenge. But the boy was saved by Lord Vishnu. One day, Hiranyaksha challenged Prahlada. He insists that God is everywhere. God is everywhere. God is in everything. Hiranyaksha showed up with a God is Prahlada. God is also in the middle. Hiranyaksha with anger in anger. He raised his sword to kill Prahlada. The Lord Vishnu appeared in the form of Narasimha, half man, half lion, and killed him. moral. Be faithful, but don't discourage my next people's son. Demands for that performance were deeply meaningful and uplifting. Parala's bravery and strength to stand by his beliefs is truly admirable. Again, we have Suchitra Alva to perform her monologue again. The morning of when they were Suchitra, I laid a perform Princess and the people around. Please can me their round and green roll so fast. I think it all started when I was little. I forgot this about my love. Right here, that is very famous. I thought I had it all when I was ever. Since I'm a princess, my family is very sensible things. They got all the king's horses, all the king's men to help, but no one will be out of my nose. But the king's men kept trying to put me back together again, but I already together. Even called on the computer of the world. He knew food can but the spoon far too big. Couldn't even get inside the nose. But the spoon banged me on my forehead. Oh, but the spoon didn't know what I was. So he just Still Chitra, that was an entertaining little story. I wondered how she could sleep in the summer if a single view was enough to keep her awake. Next up, we have the scene from a Disney film. A monologue from Moana, performed by A. Laya Yashoda. The water, it is so loud. It always calls my name. Whispers, Moana, Moana, come play with me. But my father says I must stay here on the land and learn to be the chief. He says no one goes beyond the leaf, but I can feel it. If I stand on the sand, it feels heavy. But the ocean, it is like a big, beautiful blue thread. It lets me fly. It gives me cool shiny hair. And look, it gives me this special rock. My grandma Tala said, this little heart can help the whole world. Now, this darkness is coming. We pray. Create a heart. Naughty God. I am Murana. Okay. Sail across the great blue sea. And we will keep it hard and put it back where it belongs. We have to save my island. I'm the one the ocean choose. We can do this. We just have to go. Thank you.
Wow, I'm sure we can all stand to be a bit more like Moana. Thank you, Daya. You did so well. Next, we have Suhani Chanda from Grade 3 Senior Anand. He'll be performing the Princess Dance. Parents, please relax. Crowds are often at home. And welcome Suhani with a big round of applause. My name is Suhani Chanda. Okay. Here. I I feeling really confident speech making. Probably I get so nervous that I faint or run away. Sometimes I even get sick, but not very sick. Maybe see things I can touch it. Although she has I like her after updating my role as Princess of Genovia. Would I feel relieved? Oh, would I feel sad? If 7 billion people on the planet, sorry I'm going too fast. But then again, for the other 7 billion people, still just see if I can only in my thoughts, people smarter than me would be much better heard. And just maybe those thoughts would turn into actions. So this morning, when I woke up, I was beyond the police. But now I choose to be forevermore Emilia Pignotti Cosmopolis Renaldi, Princess of Genovia. Thank you. funny. I was just elegant and fun to watch. I think we just saw Princess. Next on stage is Ankita Arman from level AS Arya. She will be presenting her own. That means it comes straight from the imagination. No Google, no ChatGPT. Let's welcome Ankita with a big clap. Hi everyone. My name is Ankita from 11AS Arya. And today I'm going to perform my own monologue, Perspective of a Coastal Moment by me. Ouch! Morning. The heat is too much for a beautiful dish like me. Ah! Finally, I'm out of this. Hi, guys. Allow me to introduce myself. I am your favorite Momo. Let me tell you how I get ready. First, the chef rolls me up into a flat brown circle. Next, he stuffs me with vegetables. And then he treats me so beautifully. And I think maybe this is why I have to wear the heat of the steamer to come out so elegant and tasty. And then I'm served with my best friends. It's so scary. Wait, what? A dumpling? This dumpling was made the same way as me. Rolled up, stuffed with vegetables, and plated and steamed. This dumpling thinks he can be better than me. Never. I am the one only Momo, and no other dish can be better than me. This is Ankita Arvind of Level AS signing off. Thank you. Originals are always make the best performance. Our next performer is Yutika from Day 1 to this. She will present a slow one. I hope this woman wants to watch somewhere. And let's give it a big round of applause. My name is Yutika. I am going to perform Snow White monologue. Hello, I'm afraid if I stay here much longer, the Queen's men may see me. If I take a bite, it looks so good. And it is good. May I? Thank you. Oh, I'm so sleepy. I need to rest for a while, just a while. Somehow I feel safe here. I want to who lives here. Thank you. Actually, for that sweet performance. Really look like Snow White. Our next is Geisha, the great one. He's going to present a monologue
the magic orange tree. I wonder what magical things will happen. Please welcome her to the class. Today,
Wait.
Next performer is Nikesha. They don't seem like money. She's going to present a monologue called The Magic Orange Tree. I wonder what magical things will happen. Please welcome her with a big clap. Today, I'm going to cover a monologue from the Magic Orange Tree. My stepmother never liked, not for anything I did, just for being there and reminding her of someone she could never replace her. She sent me to the feast, nothing but waters for the soil more than any of our time. Someone saw no one at all, but the earth itself. No sorrow has been now I'll be you. Before my eyes, a tree burst from the ground, its branches heavy with oranges bright as sun. I picked one, sweetness in my mouth, and launched it quickly to my chest. And for the first time since my mother died, I felt held. Birds spread quickly as magic always does. So the whole village came to pick up the fruit, laughing, singing, and giving thanks. My stepmother came too, of course, smiling the way snakes smile. She ordered me to pick the higher, the one almost out of reach. But the tree whispered, no, closer here, only they will fall. And all she gave straight into a basket of spoiled fruit. The village roared with laughter. And for once, I did not regret it. Smiling, the tree still grows for me. When I touch its bark, it hums like a heart. Some say it's my mother's will. Maybe they're right, but I know it. Kinder planted a heart was sweeter than anything born of me.
side. We'll let you know. 2 minutes. Okay.
Happy performance. Orange tree was feeling magical. Next, we have S. Akshita from grade 1 senior Aditya. She will perform an Elsa movie. So everyone, please don't say that. Siddharth, I would like to perform Elsa movie. So happy to see you. I never knew I could create something like this. Look at it. The snow, the ice. It feels like freedom for the first time. You don't have to apologize. None of this was your fault. Yes, father and mother knew about the magic. They begged me to hide it and lock it away for your sake. I tried that, I nearly killed you when you were only 6 years old. I see that moment every time I close my eyes. My power is much stronger now, and I'm still learning to control them. If you stay, I might hurt you again, and I can't live with that. This place is where I belong now, alone. You should probably go now. Please, please. Thank you. Next on stage is Nainika S., grade 1 senior I. She will tell us a story called Why the Sun and Moon Live in the Sky. Let's listen carefully and find out why. Please welcome Nainika. Peaceful they live to the sun, die, gently, full of love, just like everyone. One, the moon, but
eagerly and later informed son. But son, laughing and said, our house is too small, but the moon always sustains the light. We will fit somehow. So as they entered, the water knocked the door. Poor, shimmering, glowing, carrying thousands of feet sharp. The water level rose to sun's knees, then moon's waist, and both their chests. Sun shouted, Moon, you climb higher, or we will drown. So they too rushed to the roof, but the water followed them, spilling and squirting. They climbed higher and higher until they were nowhere to go except the sky. With one last leap, the sun and the moon soared upwards to water settled back down on earth, realizing that really fretted them away. From then on, the sun and the moon lived safely up in the sky. The sun shines brightly during the morning to see the water below. The moon takes the night calm and glowing, and that's why even today you see the sun and the moon far above us, watching the world from the place the water cannot reach. Thank you. Priyanka, for that beautiful story. Now we now we know why the sun and moon stare in the sky. Wasn't that interesting? Our next performer is B. Harshita from Level O Art. She'll present her own work. Let's support her with a big smile and applause. Today, I'll be performing a monologue, The Perspective of Spectacles, written by me. Ah, ouch, ah, finally. She broke me by throwing me out. Even though it is painful, at least now I can take some rest. See how happy she is and clapping her hands after throwing me to the ground. What can I do? This is my fate. என் தலையில் என்ன பண்றது? I got stuck with this kid. Oh, sorry. I forgot to introduce. Hi, my name is Specs, the poorest soul of every family. The kid who brought me. Her name is Priya. Priya. That girl. பா சும்மாவே உட்கார மாட்டா. இப்ப இந்த கண்ணாடி வச்சுட்டு ஐயோ எதுக்கு சின்ன வயசு பசங்களுக்கு கண்ணாடி காலம் மாறி போச்சு. அந்த காலத்துல வெறும் தாத்தா பாட்டி மட்டும்தான் கண்ணாடி போடுவாங்க. ஆனா இப்போ பொடி பசங்க எல்லாம் கண்ணாடி போடுறாங்க. இந்த மொபைல் போன்னால என் வாழ்க்கையே மாறி போச்சு. You must be wondering why am I complaining so much? Well, if you listen to my story, then you will support me. Recently, one day, Priya asked her mother, Ma, Ma, எனக்கு தண்ணி வேணும். சரி, தண்ணி குடிக்கிறானே. You know what she did? She dumped me in water. I cried. நான் என்ன சூரப்பத்துல ஒரு விஜயா ஸ்ரீல இருந்து பறந்து வர மாதிரி தண்ணி கிளாஸ்ல இருந்து பறந்து வந்தது. Every day I have to survive from this. Other day, she didn't let me sleep. உட்கார்ந்து Netflix பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கா. She said it was anime that is recently famous. Oh, she was watching that series till 1 p.m. and other series. But it wasn't anime. She said it was K-drama that's recently famous. Watching that series, something fell into my eye. And then I realized it was tears. For 1 hour, crying. Me bathing. Finally, she removed me and kept me near a dustbin. I was about to vomit. I don't know what she ate for a dinner. அதுக்காக Netflix பார்த்துருக்கான். What did she think in her mind? Am I a useless one? I am Specs, the ones who give you a good eyesight. Guys, She finally removed me away from that stinky dustbin. Now we can have a peaceful night. Bye, guys. Good night. Are you suddenly moving? Bye. Thank you. Excited. I don't see. He will perform the wonder about Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. I hope no thieves are hiding here. Let's welcome him. Everyone. My name is Simon Shiva. I'm going to perform a monologue called Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. Thieves, they say every life was a single moment where the world gets just a little so that nothing remains the same. For me, that moment happened in the start. When I was just a poor woodcutter, trying to get enough sticks to keep my family warm. The sun was sharp overhead, the trees deep silence. When I heard them, voices, many of them, I hid of course with a full bullets, and suddenly I saw them. 40 things, parents as full, their face wrapped in dust and danger. The leader disappointed, raised the sun to the cliff, and said these words that still tremble my bones even now. Open sesame. The rock started. The rock opening its skirt like a curtain, a door to the impossible. The, the deep disappeared one by one, swallowed by the darkness. I waited hard, pounding, with the still, until they emerged again, leaving the pond still and trembling. I, I stepped towards the cliff as if I pulled by a rope around my lips. My whole life, my whole life is gone. A small house, a small fire, a small boat with smaller guns, and here a door large enough to swallow kings. So I said it, barely above a whisper. Open, cease. The rock stood and welcomed me. Inside there were gold, more than gold, a signature, swells growing in flat thoughts, carpet decorated with stories. I only took a little, just enough to give my wife comfort, my children food, and my heart a moment of breathing room. That's all, I swear. But you cannot brush against fortune without leaving fingerprints, and you cannot disturb the thief, body of them, without making rat. They hunted for a man who trespassed in their hidden wood. My brother, poor fool, who blundered into danger with great louder noise than conscience. And when he vanished, I feared. I had invited proof about all of us. Thank you. Even now, social media, sir, written by sorry. Didn't see you. Busy creating content. Insurance the life is not a joke. Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Actually, நான் சேனலுக்குள்ள ஒரு சின்ன பேஜ் இருக்கு. ஆனா அது கூட அவ்வளோ பெருசாலாம் இல்ல. ஆனா ட்ரீம்ஸ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா பெருசா இருக்கு. And dreams, my dear friends, are more important than reality. Every morning என்னோட டே ரொம்ப சிஸ்டமேட்டிக்கா ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அலார்ம் ரிங்ஸ், செகண்ட் அலார்ம் இக்னோர் பண்ணுவேன், தேர்ட் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் ஓபன் பண்ணுவேன். ஐயோ ட்ரெண்டிங் ரீல் அகைன். இஃப் ஐ டோன்ட் காப்பி திஸ் ரீல் இருக்கிற 12 சப்ஸ்கிரைபர்ஸும் போயிடும். Yesterday husky dance, day before yesterday mochi baking trend, இன்னைக்கு lip sync of ஏங்க உமா பெட்டிக்கு வாங்க. After watching all these reels, my neighbors asked me, how many subscribers do you have, ma? But I say confidently, நிறையா காட்டி. ஆனா எனக்கு மட்டும் தானே தெரியும் அந்த சின்ன பேஜ்ல இருக்கிற 12 சப்ஸ்கிரைபர்ஸ் யாருன்னு. 1 ஏன் அப்பா, 2 ஏன் அத்தை, 3 ஏன் மாமா, 4 ஏன் சித்தி, ரிமைனிங் 7 ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் கசின்ஸ். இவங்க 7 பேரே அப்படியே சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ண போறது இல்லைன்னு தெரியும். ஆனா நான் விட மாட்டேன்ல, நானே அவங்க போனை எடுத்து சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டேன். அந்த கடைசி சப்ஸ்கிரைபர் யாருன்னு நீங்க எல்லாரும் யோசிக்கலாம். வேற யாரு, மை ஒன் அண்ட் ஒன்லி அம்மா தான். நான் எப்பதான் போன் பாக்குறேன், எப்படி கண்டுபிடிப்பாங்கன்னே தெரியல. ஆனா கண்டுபிடிச்சு வந்து கேட்பாங்க, எப்பவுமே போன் பார்த்துக்கிட்டே இருக்க, எப்ப படிப்ப? I say, அம்மா I'm building my future. அம்மா நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணேன், முதல்ல சாப்பிடுவா. சரி ஓகே, பேக் டு பிசினஸ். இந்த தடவை வீடியோக்கு எப்படி சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்றது? ஐடியா வந்துருச்சு. இந்த தடவை ஃபுல் தூத்துக்குடி மூவி சொல்லுவோம். ஏல என்னல உன்னமால நீ சேனலுக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணல, பார்த்துட்டு போயிடாதல, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு போற. சரி ஓகே, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் டயலாக் ரெடி. இப்ப எப்படி ஆரம்பிக்கிறது? சரி ஓகே, நம்ம மூணு பெருசா யோசிக்கல, அதனால நம்ம யூடியூப்ல சொல்றதே சொல்லுவோம். ஹலோ கைஸ், வெல்கம் பேக் டு ஆயிடு சொல்லுவோம். என் பேரு தான் ஆயிடு சொல்லுவோம். ஆனா நான் அந்த அளவுக்கு வாழாட மாட்டேன், ஆனாலும் வாழாடுவேன். சரி ஓகே, இன்னைக்கு கன்ஃபியூஷன் போதும், வீடியோக்குள்ள போவோம் வாங்க. வாவ், நமக்கு இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் தான் நம்ம வந்து வீடியோக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணணும். ஸ்டார்ட் இவ்வளோ சீக்கிரமா முடிச்சு. நீங்க எல்லாரும் யோசிக்கலாம், என்னடா இது இவ்வளோ பண்றாரு, ஒரு வேலை வீடியோ எல்லாம் எடுத்து முடிச்சிருப்பாரோ. ஆனா அதுக்கு பதில் வந்து இல்ல. அதனால நான் என்ன பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன், இப்போ வைரலா இருந்த ரீல்னா நான் வந்து நோட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன இருக்குன்னு பாக்கலாம். 1 motivational. Motivational ரீலா, wake up at 5 AM and work hard. நான் எந்திரிப்பேன், ஆனா திரும்ப 5 to 10 தூங்குவேன். வேணாம். 2 cooking reel. cooking reel பண்ணா சமையல் கறிக்கு போயிடும், அம்மாட்ட திட்டு விடும், அதுக்கு அடுத்து ஏதோ ஆடி கருவு கடிச்ச மாதிரி அங்கி வர விடும். வேணவே வேணாம். 3 study reel. இதை நான் ரீலா கூட பண்ண மாட்டேன், எனக்கு தூக்கம் மட்டும்தான் வரும். வேணவே வேணாண்டா சாமி. என்னது இது, நம்ம அன்னைக்கு போஸ்ட் பண்ண வீடியோட 12 லைக்ஸ் மாதிரி இருக்கு. only 12 லைக்ஸ். பரவாயில்ல, இந்த வீடியோ போட்டு சோசியல் மீடியா ஃபுல்லா நாம மட்டும்தான். ஆனா என்ன கண்டென்ட்ல போடுறது? ஐடியா வந்துச்சு. இந்த தடவை டூட் படத்துல வர போன்ல போட டுட்டோரியலா கண்டென்ட்டா வச்சிருக்கேன். ஹலோ கைஸ், வெல்கம் பேக் டு ஆயிடு சொன்னோம். என் பேரு தான் ஆயிடு சொன்னோம். ஆனா நான் ரொம்ப வாயாடி இல்ல, ஆனாலும் வாயாடுவேன். சரி ஓகே, இன்னைக்கு கன்ஃபியூஷன் போதும், வீடியோக்குள்ள போவோம் வாங்க. சோ இன்னைக்கு நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா, டூட் படத்துல வர போன்ல போற டுட்டோரியல் தான். ஐயோ போன என்ன என்ன விழுந்துச்சு டீச்சர்ஸ் போலயே இதை வச்சு ஏதாவது புது கண்டென்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணணும். வாவ், புது கண்டென்ட் ரெடி. ஹேஷ்டாக் கண்டென்ட் கிரியேட்டர், ஹேஷ்டாக் ஹேஷ்டாக் போடுறோம், ஹேஷ்டாக் ரிலேட்டபிள். வாவ், புது கண்டென்ட் ரெடி. இதுக்கு மேல என்ன, எடிட்டிங் மட்டும்தான். அது வீட்டுக்கு போய் பார்த்துக்கலாம். அது வரைக்கும் bye guys, thank you for your love and support. And special thanks to my 12 followers. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. மறந்துடாதீங்க. உங்க மைண்ட் வாய்ஸ் எவ்வளவோ பண்ணிட்டோம், இதை பண்ண மாட்டோமா? அதனால ப்ளீஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க ப்ளீஸ். தேங்க்யூ. Finish out performing the glitch. So she's going to perform again. We can do cross with her. Everyone, my name is Lisa. Today, I'm going to learn speed. My stepmother, like, she sent me to a place that is but I have the very first. What else could I do? I dear wanted to solve more than anything. Then I heard a voice, soft as wind, in tall grass. Child, it said, why do you cry? I looked up, expecting someone kind, but I saw no one at all. It was the earth itself. Your sorrow has led me. Now I feed you. Before my eyes, a tree burst from the ground. Its branches heavy flourishes bright as sun. I picked one, sweetness in my mouth, and walked it quickly to my chest. And for the first time since my mother died, I felt held. Word spread quickly as magic always does. Soon the whole village came to pick up the fruits, laughing, singing, and giving thanks. My stepmother came too. Of course, smiling the way snakes smile, she ordered me to pick the highest fruit, the one almost out of reach. But the tree whispered, no, those who give only they will fall. And fall she did, straight into a basket of spoiled fruits. The village roared with laughter, and for once I did not feel guilty for smiling. The tree still grows for me. When I touch its bark, it hums like a heart. Some say it's my mother's spirit. Maybe they're right. But I know this. Kindness planted in hearts will go sweeter than anything out of time. Yes. Asia, that brings us to the end of the performances. All of the performers did an amazing job. Thank you, teachers, parents, and friends for being such wonderful audience. Have a great day. And yes, we are not done yet. See you all back at 3 p.m. today to watch the final set of wonderful performance by my dear friends.